a little extra shimmer for my very casual family dinner tonight. Yeah, we're all wearing like cotton jamas, you know, low key and all. It's such like a rich olive green smoky eye, and it's easy to do. All the shimmers just melt into each other. I have very dramatic lashes on. Feel free to tone down the lashes if you want. I'm going to a family dinner. It's supposed to be very casual. LOL. But again, I used the Danessa Myricks Lightwork VII palette, and it's amazing. I primarily focused on this third. Oh my gosh. I focused on this third right here and just like the matte black right here. Nice and dramatic. Feels very fall. I love my cooler tone type of looks, but this kind of gives that cooler tone look. I have like a nice soft bronzy base with some of my favorite products. So if you want to see how I did this look, just keep on watching. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and get started. I'm going ahead and priming my face. I realized in the last video, the primer like turned white on me. I don't know why, but yeah, I think it does something with SPF, but I went ahead and took my SPF off because this is actually later in the day. I'm getting ready for an evening gathering, and I just have some moisturizer on. So yeah, I had a nice makeup look, and I actually got complimented a couple times today, which was really nice, but it's been a day, let me just tell y'all. I'm gonna go in with my Maybelline Lumi Matte Foundation. This one I haven't used in a little while. I had a different foundation on today, but I don't know, something, the undertone was off. It was just, I don't know. But I'm switching back to this. This one is just like my drugstore favorite. It's just such an amazing foundation. I'm gonna use my Boss My Beauty, it's like this brush. This one's a really nice brush, and I can reach like the sides here, which is really nice, but yeah, so basically I am out and my car has air suspensions. So like my car drives very smooth, and that's one of the things I love about my car. And then I start driving and my car starts bouncing. And I am just like on this road. I'm like, wow, what a strange road. It's just, maybe it's a new road or something. And then, you know, I get the notification on my dash that I have an air suspension malfunction. I was like, you know what, that makes sense. So yeah, I pull over and then I see my back part of the car all the way lowered. And yeah, it's not supposed to do that when I'm driving. It's supposed to be at a specific height. I can lift my car, I can lower my car, but when I'm in, like when I go over, I think 35 miles an hour, 30 miles an hour, there is a specific height that it stays at. So it wasn't at that, and I was like, well, that's not good. And yeah, I had to drop my car off there, but at least I got some shopping in. I grabbed a couple things for a giveaway, so like stay tuned for that because I am going to get a couple more things. But yeah, I left my car. I had to drop off my car, which kind of sucks. I never like leave my car because I love driving my car, but I also love driving my husband's car, but it's a sedan, and I like, you know, the reason we got my car because it's a mom car and I like, you know, my son's car seat, which is very big and bulky to be in that car, but it's okay, we can make it work. But yeah, I'm supposed to get a call of an estimate for everything to get done, but they told me to expect that it's in the thousands. So we'll see how this goes, but look how gorgeous this foundation just smooth over. And I do use, I got some residue from my mascara. It's okay, it's whatever. Much worse things have happened today. And with my cream contour, I have the Kiko Milano Sculpting Touch Creamy Stick Contour in the shade 201. This one's like a cooler tone, like normally, but on me, a very olive skin tone girly, this appears more neutral. And this one just blends in so smoothly. I'm gonna go in pretty heavy since I do have a little bit of tan anyways, but yeah. This one, I really like that it's like a stick product. This one does travel well, and I will be traveling soon again. So you guys can see what I packed for that trip, because that one's going to be a lot more dressy and fun. I have been using the Danessa Myricks like blushes here, and I've been loving it, girl, and I really want to reach for this again. But I'm going to switch it up, and I'm going to use this shade called Rosé and Brunch. And if you don't know about these balms, like blush balms, you can put on your lips too, but I really like these on the cheeks. This is just, it's so beautiful. It has like a blurring finish, and it's just a masterpiece. Like Danessa Myricks, The formulations with Danessa Myricks are insane, and my only regret is not trying them sooner. But yeah, I have already hauled a couple things for my last couple of trips to Sephora. And I honestly, I mean, I don't really go in shopping for the sale. I try to not, because I do know there's another sale that comes up after, like, towards the end of holiday season, and I'm pretty sure everybody gets 20% off. Or I'll just order directly from the websites because usually they give better discounts. So that's why I don't really shop the Sephora sale. And I do get a pro discount for some companies. So yeah, there's that. Look at how gorgeous the shade is. It's just so, it's nice and like muted. I have really been liking, I'm gonna build it up a little bit more here. I just like a lot of blush, and the translucent setting powder I'm trying today does have a little bit of pigment in it, so I'm gonna put just a little bit more because I don't want this to completely disappear. But this is just such a nice like fall wintry color. But I think It Girl is still my favorite, but I absolutely love this one too. And for concealer, I'm actually going back to the e.l.f. Camo Concealer in the shade Light Sand. Yeah, I'm just on the hunt for another drugstore concealer. I was at Ulta today and I was about to buy one from Revolution, but I just remembered how many concealers I have open for myself, because the ones in my kit I just am gonna leave like that. But I'm, you know, I'm on the hunt for like a nicer lightweight concealer from the drugstore. But I'm gonna work through this a little bit and then give more recommendations. But I really wanted to grab, but I think I'm gonna wait when there's a discount or something. It's just like, it just wasn't, like in store, it just wasn't getting my attention. I saw it and I was like, and I couldn't swatch. A lot of the like more drugstore brands at Ulta, I find don't have testers. I know for some locations they'll have it for the Revolution, like the filter foundation. People were comparing that to like Armani, and I really wanted to try that, but there was no way to match myself, and the bottle itself does not show the color that well through it. So I will have to figure out how to do that. I might just buy a couple of shades and try it, but then I'm just left with a whole bunch of random bottles, you know? So Ulta is like, please get some testers, because the ones online don't really seem to reflect more. And when you look at the bottles, they all look the same shade, which is kind of This brush is the Real Techniques brush. I'll find it and link it. I don't know the name of this. Everything's just like, everything's rubbed off, but it's a fantastic brush for your under eyes. My last tutorial, I tried the Kimchi Chic Puff Puff Pass setting powder, and I tried the shade Translucent. It has like a pinkier undertone to it. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I realized later when I was editing the footage, it was looking very white and cakey on me. So let's see, I'm gonna try the banana shade here today, and hopefully this works, because when I was editing the footage, I was like, my gosh, it looked really, really bad on camera. But I also think maybe it's like flashback. I mean, I would hope this didn't have flashback, but let's see, I'm gonna, you know, tap off excess in the lid, rub it off on the back of my hand, and then kind of set it. See, I prefer my translucent setting powders actually translucent, but I mean, this is the banana shade, but it has some pigment to it. It's not my preference. There will be times where I will want some kind of coverage, but that's not very often, like at all. I think I've only wanted that like once or twice in my life. Yeah, I'll be honest, I don't like it. Sorry, my water pipes. Okay, I'm actually going to put this Kimchi Chic one away and just go back to my Wet n Wild setting powder. I don't like it. It's just too, you know, like if a shade says translucent and it's appearing a lot more on my face, it's a little too much, you know? But I'm now going in with my Wet n Wild setting powder and go ahead and setting. Like, see, look, like this just looks more cakey. I don't know what it looks like on camera, but in real life, this looks a lot more, I mean, I think the yellow looks better today, but yesterday it was very, like, in my face. This is, like, not as bad. Am I crazy? Let me see. I think after I sprayed it down, it looked a lot better. So once I spray this down with some fixing mist, I will update my thoughts. I set, I'll make sure, you know, I have like a nice matte like under eye and T-zone. but I will lightly set where I have like my cream bronzer and powder because I like to set it with the same, but I'm not going to put on any powder bronzer or powder blush for now. But I will go heavy with my powder bronzer here. I've been absolutely loving this one. It's the Rimmel London Natural Bronzer, and this is in the shade 022 Sun Bronze, and I'm using this brush from Kingsmith. It's like $4 off of Amazon. I will link it in the description because it's like my go-to. But I'm just gonna dab this on, and it just brings like the perfect amount of warmth. And I'm someone that goes very, very heavy with bronzer. So pretty much where I put that cream contour and inwards more with my face. And I'll bring it to like the corner of my eye, so like my eye look kind of meshes in with the rest of my face. Be sure to get like your chin area so you also have this bronzed up too. I'm not necessarily contouring with it. I'm just more warming up my face right here. And it's just such a perfect amount of warmth. This is, I think, the only really like warm bronzer that I do love. Now doing my brows, I'm just using the AOA Studio brow pencil. And I remember I said I went to Ulta. I was supposed to grab my Morphe brow pencil and then I forgot. I mean, honestly, it's not very high on my priority list because I have been using this and liking it. So yeah, and this is just $1. So if you're looking for another micro brow pencil to try, you can try this out. I can't speak for the other shades. I always go for cooler tone shades when it comes to any of my clients. I use the Morphe one in my kit, but this one works pretty well. This is the shade Ebony, but I have very dark blue-black hair. I mean, my hair dye's faded quite a bit, but keep that in mind. This one's a very dark black shade, but sorry, I got distracted and then I forgot what I was talking about. So anyways, we're just going to continue. But I'm going back in with the Danessa Myricks Lightwork palette. And today I don't think I want to do anything too crazy colorful, but I do want to utilize like this green warm side. So we're just going to do that today. So first I'm going to go in with my Sephora crease brush and this neutral shade right here. Start getting a little bit of warmth right here and a little bit of dimension. Basically carving out where I want a little bit of shadow. One of the things I do notice about this shadow is like the eyeshadows, all the mattes, so blendable. Like I've never seen this smooth of a blend with any eyeshadows. Like it's just effortless. It's really, really nice. And I'm also going to take this shadow on my lower lash line and really diffuse it out because I really want my eye look to kind of continue on down to my face. I'll dip into this warm brown shade and deepen up my outer corner in the crease. So I'm still using the crease brush from Sephora. I'm laying the pigment down here and then I'll kind of sweep it in like this. Just taking my time and really blending this out. And I'm going to switch to the Sephora shadow brush and use that same deeper brown shade and also get my lower lash line. And I'm going in with a light hand on the pan because I am seeing a little bit of like kickback, but it's really not that bad. My makeup earlier today was like a simple like brown smoky eye look, and I really did like it, but I just wanted to keep playing with this eyeshadow palette, so here we are. Now since I have my like false nails on, I don't want to I feel like I was just really messing stuff up, but I'm going to use my MUL 16 brush, which is just a flat brush from Jessup. And I think I just want to go ahead and dig into this shade right here. I don't know what formula this is. I don't know what formula this is, but definitely very excited. I am getting pretty good pickup, which is fantastic because I think that blue shade I used in my last, oh my gosh, look at that. That's gorgeous. Oh my gosh. I love that. Yeah, this is like an olive shade. It almost looks like it has rainbow flecks. There's like reds in there. It looks like a taupey brown as well. It's really, really pretty. But I'm just putting this pretty much in the center of my lid right here. I'll do the same for this eye. It's so, oh, I love that pigment. I know if you put this on with your finger, it's going to be even smoother and shinier, but this is just more for the sake of my fingernails. Up real close so you guys can see, but look at that. So gorgeous. And I'll dip into this shade right here. I've noticed in the pan and then on video it can look a little different, but this is more of like a green shade. And then, you know, I'm seeing gold. Let's see. This is like a purpley shade, but I'm taking that on the same flat brush. I'm going to put this on like the outer third of my lid, just like this. It's so pretty. I think I want to put this in the crease a little bit too. Just add a little bit of depth and kind of diffuse that first shade out a little bit. So pretty. This palette is supposed to be like one to use your fingers with. So that's why I mentioned specifically I'm using the brush for this video. But it works perfectly either way. With your fingers, it's going to be more intense, a little bit smoother. But I mean, both work great. Use your fingers if you'd like, but you absolutely don't need to. But it will give you a shinier result, I feel. I'm going to go for like a smoky dramatic look. So I'm going to use that shade again. I'm going to put this in my inner like third right here, kind of almost creating like a halo eye. So building this up right here, and I will also use some matte shadows to deepen that outer portion as well. That's so gorgeous. And I'm really just shaping this here. I'm going to switch to the shadow brush from Sephora. And I'm just going to, with a clean, actually no, I'm going to use that brown shade and kind of help diffuse this shimmer out. I kind of want it to go up a little bit, but not too high where it gets muddy. Just like that. Just softening these edges so it doesn't look like a harsh line. Ooh, pretty. I'll use that deeper shimmer in that flat brush again to add a little shimmer on my lower lash line, but I'm keeping it very, very close to my lash line like this. Okay, sure, thank you. Bye. I was like, I'm about to get my sentencing. Switching to my Sephora shadow brush, I'm going to dip into that matte black. It's going to be very intense. I'm just going to put this right in the corner, right here, and just a touch right here in my crease, just to add a little bit more depth, and then just a touch right here as well. I don't want it to move this around too much. And trust me, after lashes, everything will be okay. Looks always look crazy until you put on lashes. And today is definitely one of those looks. I also went in with the smallest amount just to kind of put on the outer third of my lower lash line, just so everything looks more cohesive. And I'll go ahead and do some eyeliner. I'm gonna first do my waterline. I'm gonna use the NYX one here. I don't really like it. It's Vivid Rich Mechanical Liner, and it just broke. Everything's just chaos today. How's your day going? Please tell me you're having a good day, and then just tell me about it. It will lift my spirits. I mean, I'm having a blast doing this. And honestly, when my car was bouncing, I had my husband follow me just in case. I was having a blast. My car was riding up and down, and like, so the version of my car that's like the premium version, it's the same body style, just, you know, has all the premium upgrades and everything, is the Maybach. So the Maybach bounces. My car does not. And for a little moment, I kind of was like, oh, this is what it feels like to drive a Maybach. I don't know if I'll ever drive a Maybach. That'd be amazing one day, inshallah, if that ever happens. But it was about a 20-minute drive to get to that auto shop. It was a little fun. I'm not gonna lie. I had fun, but I was also kind of like nervous. I was like, this is gonna cost me a pretty penny. But you know, grown up things. That's the fun part of adulthood. Now to do my liner, I have my Made by Mitchell like angled brush. It's fantastic and it works great. And I have the Nicole Miller New York gel eyeliner. Yeah, it's just a very dark eyeliner. Yeah, I start off with like creating like a wing first on either side. I feel like the sooner I do them close to each other, the more even it is. And then I make sure my brush stays loaded, and I basically stamp this on. When I do like liner on my clients, it's a lot easier, looks a lot better, honestly. But this is how I do it for me, and I usually just take my time doing this. And then once I have this gel eyeliner on, I will use a black eyeshadow with this same brush and kind of top it off so it sets and it looks matte, and it just gives like a more HD finish. And for my inner corner, I just kind of make sure it's nice and lined. I just like to have a more defined line in there, but I'm gonna wipe this off and go over all of this with the black matte shade in the Danessa Myricks palette. And it's actually such a nice, dark black matte. And I love it when a palette comes with that because this is just one of my things. And especially like if I'm applying lashes, you want to also put this on top of the lash band and where the lash glue meets. Of course, after it dries, and it's just gonna look so perfect because if your lash glue band is shiny, it's just gonna it's just not gonna look right. So just trust me on this and use your black eyeshadow on top of your lash glue. But today I'm going to use the MAC lashes in the shade, not shade, the name is the Heartbreaker Lash. Actually, no, I'm gonna use a different one. Kidding. I did decide to use the Heartbreaker lashes right here because I don't feel like looking for another pair. It's okay. But I'm going ahead while my lash glue gets tacky, just putting some mascara on my bottom lashes, get some definition here, and I'm using the Shop Missy mascara. This is the Big Boss mascara. Very dark, gives you a lot of definition because it's a nice plastic type. I mean, look at that. I mean, I naturally do have longer lower lashes. They like, they kind of like naturally make a star shape, which kind of used to bug me before, but I think they're kind of cute now. And coating my top lash just to get rid of any grayness. So it kind of meshes with the top lashes when I glue them on. I didn't curl my lashes. I would recommend you curl them. I just forgot and didn't feel like it. I have my lash glue starting to get tacky. This is a look with lashes and this is a look without lashes. I like to do that a lot in the early days of my channel. And I kind of forgot here and there. So just, yeah, I like to do that so you guys can see the difference. But here's me putting on lashes. And I don't think I've shown this yet on my channel. So here you go. I typically start with the inner corner and work my way out and adjust the corner as I go. And casual dinner party, who? I love this look. Okay, lashes are on. They're still kind of drying, but I do think I want to add a little bit more glitter and shimmer on my eyes. And I do know this shade that I use in my last tutorial has like a greenish type of reflect. So I'm going to use the Jessup flat brush, grab a little bit of this, and it's just such a gorgeous iridescent shade. And I'm basically going to place this in my inner corner. Oh my God, look at that. I love it. And I'm going to kind of bring this up like this. Brings a little bit more light to my eyes. And it's just fun, you know? I'm trying to take out this harsh edge that kind of got created here. Don't want to mess up my lashes. And do the same thing with my other eye. And today it looks more gold, right? Next to these other shades. Am I crazy? Put a tiny bit on the inner corner right here. But blend this out into the rest of my eye look. It's so dreamy. I love it. I think I achieved like smoky olive eyes. That was the goal for today. I'm gonna go ahead and choose a lip combo. Now, I love my Sephora lip liners. This isn't even all of them. I put like 3 in my purse, but these are all different shades, I think. But today I'm gonna try this one. I actually haven't used this one yet. But this is the Sephora Collection Transfer Proof Lip Liner. It says 8-hour wear, but honestly, lasts way longer. This is like amazing. But this is the shade Muted Brown. I kind of want like a deeper lip because my base looks kind of light. And then I just like the drama. Ooh, yeah, that's good. This is such a gorgeous shade. I'm coloring in just a tad. But you really want to let it like sit and dry for a little while. And then that's how it kind of becomes like transfer proof and everything because these and the Maybelline lifter liners are amazing. I think I like the Maybelline lifter liners just a little bit more, but the shades they have for the new Sephora ones, amazing. Like all the pinky browns you could ever imagine, it's there. And they're on sale right now with the Sephora sale, so grab all you can. I know I shouldn't have. I have been shopping like little things here and there, but like it's really become like a lot of things. But I grabbed MAC's Creme de Nude. I'm just gonna put this in the center of my lips. I already know I love this shade, so. Is that too light? Yeah. Undertone is right, it's just really light. I'm going to use my lip liner again. Just kind of blend those edges out like that. I kind of work with the lips, just blend it out a little bit more, but I do want a little bit more of a glow with my base. So I'm going to use the NYX Buttermelt Bronzer in the shade Buttercup. And I like using this kind of like a blush. It's just such a pretty like shade. It has the perfect amount of shimmers, and honestly just using this just straight up as like a blush is just so gorgeous. I feel like I'm not getting like a lot of flecks like a lot of other glowy blushes, and it's just so... Is that a vacuum? I left the vacuum upstairs? Why is my son vacuuming? He's 2 years old. I don't know. Anyways, just look how pretty that is. So pretty. Guess what I forgot to do? I forgot to set all my makeup. I'll just throw this in somewhere. Yeah, I applied a lot. That's fine. Since I have that powder I really want to melt in, I'll just use whatever. I usually prefer to do this before my mascara and lashes. It's fine. But I use the Milano Make It Last Original Setting Spray. Works great. Okay. Yeah, I'm really filming the outro because I forgot to set everything because I wanted to give the setting powder a chance to melt in. So that being said, let me know what your thoughts are on this look and if you enjoyed the look and if you're enjoying the Danessa Myricks videos, because I am absolutely loving this palette. I had a makeup look on earlier today that would have absolutely looked fantastic for dinner, but I mean, I could not, like, I have to showcase this everywhere I can. I just want people to see how gorgeous these eyeshadows are because it's like just, and it's such a well thought out palette because Lightwork VI was all like very vibrant colors. I would have absolutely loved to have that. I can't find a way to get it without spending an arm and a leg. So I begged Danessa Myricks to bring it back, and she actually responded to my message. So like she's like the people's person. She's like Princess Diana of makeup, if that makes sense. She always has such a bright smile when she talks. I love her. But yeah, there's so many like neutral shades to make everything very workable. It's a well thought out, like you can take each one, do a complete look with each quarter here or third. But yeah, it's a very well thought out, gorgeous palette. In my opinion, it's very worth the price, especially since you can kind of break it down, make it travel friendly with this pouch that it comes with. But yeah, I mean, if you're thinking about getting it, I say go for it, but it depends on what you're looking for in a makeup palette. Sorry, my hair's driving me nuts today. But yeah, if you're on the fence about it, at least try it during the Sephora sale so you can get a little bit off, because it is a heftier price tag. Because I ordered this before the Sephora sale started. I ordered directly from Danessa Myricks site, and typically with your first order you get 20% off, but this was excluded. So I did end up paying full price for this, but in my head it is absolutely worth it. So that's my 2 cents on that. Let me know what your thoughts are, and if you enjoyed the video, give this video a thumbs up. And if you like my content, you can follow me on my social media, where I do upload videos like this and a little bit more of life. So if you like that, that's all there. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you again soon.